Hey, Vice Valley Christian Reformed Church. It's Pastor Joel again. And today we're continuing on looking at Psalm 23, and we're up to verse 2. And verse 2 says this: He makes me lie down in green pastures, and He leads me beside quiet waters. My son Willem just turned 5 this past Monday, and that kid has always been a pretty easy kid to put to bed until about the last month or so. Now he fights it. Now he wants to stay up later. Now he'll cry, "Daddy, I'm not tired," as tears of exhaustion leak from the corners of his eyes. Now, for the first time ever, I have to make him lie down. Did you know that in America today, 70 million people suffer from an ailment, one ailment in particular? They treat it with herbal teas and mouth guards and medications. It's insomnia. 70 million people suffer from insomnia. Now, there are varying causes to insomnia, but the most common one is worry. Essentially, those who suffer from insomnia worry that they won't find green pastures or quiet waters. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've always been someone who's been pretty quick to fall asleep until about the last month or so. Now I've had my own share of insomnia, worrying about the outcome of all of this upheaval in our world, worrying about how many people in our church might get sick, worrying about how many people in our church might have severe economic struggles, worrying about my own family and if we will get sick. Worry can become all-consuming. Now, I have to make my son Willem lie down because he's convinced that 8 p.m. is a greener pasture than 7:30 p.m. We all, in times of worry, need to be made to lie down in green pastures because we're like kids. We're convinced that we know what's better for ourselves. We get emotional and wound up when we're physically and spiritually and emotionally exhausted. We even throw temper tantrums that we adults prefer to call being frustrated when we can't control our world around us. And so sometimes God has to make us lie down. He has to make us rest, to slow down. Perhaps we could say stay at home, limit movement, social distance, as some people call it, so that we will learn to rest in Him, to not live by our own solutions or by our own dreams or our own designs. Perhaps this is the greatest spiritual opportunity in the age of the coronavirus, to be still and know that He is God, to trust that He will lead us by quiet waters. This reminds me of a story in Matthew chapter 8 where Jesus fell asleep in His boat, only for a massive tempest to whip up the sea. And His disciples, they panicked. They were so sure they were doomed. All the while, Jesus rested. And then when Jesus did wake up, He calmed the sea, and He literally said in the Hebrew, Shalom Sheket. Shalom means peace. Most of us know this, but Sheket is one of those great Hebrew words that means what it sounds like. Sheket. Shut it. Be quiet. And the waters of the sea obeyed Jesus. They quieted. So I want to leave you with these words of Jesus, the Good Shepherd, in these turbulent times. Shalom Sheket. Peace. Be still. Amen.